today's video, we're going to take a look at the brand new Transformers Legacy Evolution Autobot slash Decepticon Detritus, a figure that was originally supposed to be the Studio Series 1986 Hound that got cancelled till later this year, 2024. But we're going to check out this mold as it is the same as Hound, and we're just going to call this Hound or Detritus, however you prefer, and see if he was really great and what we could expect later on in this year. So without further ado, let's get started with this figure. So Detritus here is the same mold as Studio Series 86 Hound. However, the only difference is it is in an entire different color palette. Instead of green and gray, this figure is more in a burgundy red slash maroon and I want to say khaki color with some gold. Looks really nice. He has some nice interior details. So if this was all green, this would definitely be Hound. So just checking how the front looks like on the vehicle form, we can see we have some nice headlight details, some grille details, some motor detail right here as well. The head sculpt looks really nice. But I just can't wait till we get Hound, where the eyes, instead of being red, they're gonna be blue, and the face plate will probably be the same, but this is gonna be a definite green. Right here, we can see some details on the arms. We can see an Autobot insignia right here. So he is an Autobot, but right here on the back of where it's going to be the hood of the truck, we can see a Decepticon insignia. So he is taking both sides. Where his loyalty lies is up to you. I'm not so sure about this character, but I bought him specifically because he blends in with the Junkions and he looks really nice. We can see we have some nice details right here for the shin area as well as the foot. We have a port right here for Blastifix and weapons if you want, or you could combine them with the other Junkions that you have in your collection, specifically Trashmaster and Crash Bar, and the other one. I forgot the other one's name. So yeah, that was the details on this guy. On the back, we can see some nice details. On the interior of the legs, we can see some nice details on the interior right here. I'm not so sure if you could really see it in the camera. Right here as well, we can see some nice interior detailing as well. Right here, when we rotate the legs, it reveals not that much detailing, but there's like some details here. So yeah, this figure is actually a really detailed figure. As far as articulation goes, he has a swivel joint right here, a hinge joint that could bend around 90 degrees. He has a butterfly joint, mostly due to transformation. Has a bicep joint. Note one thing: if you want to rotate the bicep, you're gonna have to hold the shoulder to rotate it, or else when you try to rotate it, it'll bring the butterfly joint with it. So you're gonna have to do that. He has around a little past 90-degree bend on the elbow. He has infinite range of motion on the wrists. So he has 360 range of motion. So yeah, as far as articulation, this figure is really well articulated. Looks really nice. So we can see where what to expect from Hound. He has waist articulation, so a full 360 if you wanted to. He has a hinge joint at the leg, a swivel joint at the leg as well. He could kick up to this far and back to that far. He has past or almost 90-degree bends at the knee. He has a ankle joint right here, so you could get him into some really weird poses, but it's gonna look kind of weird right here because it's just one giant gaping gap right here. There's no piece filler like other figures. Where was I? Oh yeah, and he has toe articulation right here. So as far as articulation goes, he's a pretty well articulated figure, Blastovet compatible like all your other generation figures, and looks really great. And speaking of looks really great, let's bring in some other Transformers to see how great he looks. Here I brought in the only other Legacy Junkion figure I own at this moment, being Trashmaster, and Trashmaster being a Voyager, a small Voyager, and Detritus being a small Deluxe. I think that this scale is pretty valid on how a Deluxe and a Voyager should scale. As far as where they ever appeared in a movie or show, I'm pretty sure these are all concept characters similar to Bumblebee, Megatron, and other characters, but looks really cool. So that's how he scales with this guy. Bringing in Wreck-Gar slash Scrap Heap or Junk Heap mold, we can see that that Wreck-Gar is towering over Detritus, and once we get Hounds ready in this year, we can probably see how Hound is going to scale with this figure and also with Detritus as well. So I really do like how they look like. They do match one another. Looks nice. Looks like a small Junkion compared to the other ones. So I think that this was a really must-have figure if you haven't purchased Hound at the moment. For some rapid comparisons, I brought in Optimus Prime, Jazz, Drax, Huffer, Brawn, and finally Cliffjumper. I brought in these Autobots in specific since these are probably one of the Season 1/Season 2 G1 Autobots compared to Hound, and Hounds will be packaged with Jazz, um, Sunstreaker, and Trailbreaker in some buzzworthy Bumblebee packaging coming out later this year. As far as how the package will look like, we don't know yet, but we can expect these two figures, to be scaled, to be packaged with one another. Except instead of this brown palette, we're gonna expect a green color scheme for this character, which is gonna look really cool. So yeah, that was the comparisons for these guys. Now, let's take a look at the box. So here we have the box here for Detritus/Hound. We can see we have a really nice artwork on the box in him in his vehicle form. We have a nice face picture right here, as well as a body picture as well. We have that Evo fusion thing that they were always incorporated in the Legacy Evolution. Kind of weird. They could just say combiners. And then we could and right here we have the good side of the Legacy Evolution, or basically the good guy side, and the other side is the bad guy side. Bad on the box, it's just the things, and right here is the QR code. If you want to scan that QR code, pause the video, go ahead, and I'm pretty sure it'll take you to the Transformers website or something. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Now that we took a look at the box, now let's see how to transform this guy. So it's pretty simple. Like I said earlier, it has butterfly joints. But before that, I removed all the accessories because I wanted to showcase them really quick. Right here we have this brass blaster accessory, looks really nice. And right here we have this khaki accessory, which has a transparent port, mostly made for this piece right here. So you could have that if you want. This piece does not connect to the other piece. It does connect in this somehow. Or, sorry, this one. Does connect in that one. So if you wanted to create a unique weapon, create this sort of unique weapon. It looks kind of peculiar and looks kind of cool. It looks probably like a bazooka that went wrong, but yeah. So as far as transformation goes, are gonna hinge the butterfly joints. You're gonna straighten out the head. On the back there is this windshield that you are gonna move up. You're gonna move this up all the way. Close that. After that, you're gonna focus your attention here on the legs. I do recommend being very careful because there are like unhinged joints and stuff like that. Unhinge this piece right here. Then you're gonna rotate this piece down right here. Rotate these pieces down so that they face right here. Then you are gonna bend the knee all the way over like so. You're gonna bend the knee all the way over like this. Connect the two halves of the legs, or if you want, I was supposed to do it earlier, but you could still do it right now. And then you are then gonna attach this piece right here and that piece right there. And then there is a slot on the arm right here, so you are gonna attach it into one of those tabs right there. It's kind of hard to do. Bear with me. You do have to rotate the forearm. My bad. Rotate the forearm. You're gonna shimmy it on in there. You're gonna rotate this forearm. Shimmy that one on. So you're just gonna move this right here, like that. Well, anyways, it's supposed to connect, but mine isn't connecting for some reason. Connect these pieces, and then for some finishing touches, rotate the feet this way. And there we have Hound/Detritus fully transformed into that really cool Jeep truck. Reminds me of a Jurassic Park truck, not gonna lie. Now, just taking a look at the details, we can see we have a lot of nice details right here. We can see some nice hydraulic detail right here. We can see some little lines right here, more lines, more sculpt work right here, some other sculpt work right here. Right here, I do believe it's supposed to be the what's it called? The chair, the cockpit of the car. However, I do not see any wheels, so it was kind of a missed opportunity. They could have added a wheel or something. So it looks really cool. And he's starring that Decepticon insignia right there. Looks so nice. And you could incorporate the weapons on this figure if you want. So you could either put it here and here, or vice versa, switch them around. Have this guy armored up and ready to take on the Autobots or the Decepticons, whoever this guy is siding with. Who knows? I did find out that this figure has this hole right here. I'm pretty sure it's made for the Earthrise/Kingdom Optimus Prime, and let's find out. So here I have the Earthrise/Kingdom Optimus Prime trailer, and the port is gonna go inside this little box. And it doesn't go inside the box, however, it just hovers on it. So if you wanted to create this cheap carrying a big trailer or something, or have a cool open trailer or something, looks really cool. Looks kind of army esque. I do like it. It's kind of cool. You could have like a transformer right there or something. It looks really cool. I do like it. Although he fell, it looks nice. For one quick comparison, here we have the Kingdom Huffer, both being small trucks. I did want to bring this one in. I didn't want to bring any other ones in, but yeah, we can see as far as small trucks go, they do look really cool. I feel like Huffers should slightly be bigger in truck form, maybe like this, but it looks nice. So we could just have like a little, probably if you wanted a Lego person to put in there. However, I tried, it doesn't fit. So it looks really cool. An armored truck compared to this truck, it looks really nice. You could have them both rolling out into the battlefield, ready to take on the Decepticons. So yeah, as far as scale goes, if you have this figure, they're around the same size. As far as the width goes, this one, Detritus, is in fact wider than Huffer. So if you did have this figure is slightly bigger, and it feels more hollower than this figure. This figure's legs felt hollow, this one as well, but the body itself did feel kind of hollow. But the limbs kind of make up for it, and the chest region kind of does as well. So yeah, I really do like this figure. So now let me give you my final thoughts. As far as this figure goes, I think that this figure is a pickup. I suggest you pick up this figure if you see him. There's a plenty much of him at the stores. I'm pretty sure there is a lot because they were intending for this to be Hound. However, they scrapped it. I'm not so sure why they canceled it. Hounds more than likely is gonna be Transformers S Studio Series 1986-18 because we haven't gotten that figure. So more than likely we're gonna get him on that figure. And Buzzworthy Bumblebee always re-releases figures, so they'll probably count it as a re-release, although it has not been released yet. So as far as this figure goes, I'd give this guy a solid 7.8 out of 10. Looks really nice. I do like how he looks like. He blends in with the Junkions. He looks well with the Autobots, and even with the Decepticons, he looks kind of cool. So I really do like this figure. Now tell me what you think about this figure. Did you pick him up? Are you going to pick him up? Or are you just gonna wait for Hound? Now until the next review, I will see you all then. Thank you for watching.